I was just about to start and they broadcast from outside. So yeah, I was struggling to open WhatsApp and failed. Yeah, more time to fight with VPN, and it's quite an experience this morning, and maybe I'll record this so I don't have to tell every one of you every time. Yes, so uh yeah, I'm still so tired because all the morning it's been so funny. Yeah, we landed around 4, no, 5:30 in the morning, and I only get out of the airport at 8:30. So it was 3 hours of processing every detailed, every section. They checked everything. Yeah, it's quite a long time. Well, at first, every crew on the flight in the plane all dressed like full staff, like emergency room nurses and doctors. And yeah, so they don't have a normal uniform anymore. They would dress as surgery happening. That kind of shocked me. But then yeah, and everything, food and waters came in plastic bags and all sealed. And yeah, I was too tired from packing, so I slept, watched Emma. Interesting film. If you know me, that I really love the 1995 teenage drama film Clueless, which is a modern alteration of Emma. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, they ask you to fill in a health report and things like that. I feel so strange because I haven't been used my Chinese name for a long time, and yeah, in the past 12 hours, been using that like 50 times, filled in all the forms and reports and everything. Yeah, yeah, and then they urge you to get to that report before it took off. So I was rushing everything because it's not working with my Android phone, so I have to share the link to my iPad and use this Apple system to fill in everything. And yeah, I literally it already took off and I was on my seat like trying to send this report and get this QR code. And yes, they everything is about QR code and report and online payments, online application. Yeah, I feel such yeah, countryside person lives in a small village. I know nothing about modern technology of all the things. Yeah, quite baffled. So yeah, managed to get that one QR code, and then they will check it after landed and see you get out of the plane. When you get out, what happened? So long, I cannot remember. Yeah, well, they section people in different terms to getting out of the plane. So it's been already waiting for so long to get out of the plane. And then as soon as you get out, like I cannot remember 2 3 turns of checking your passport and your health report and everything. And I don't know if I can show this, but okay. And behind my passport, they give another QR code, a sticker here, and it says do not tear or alter before the quarantine ended. So yeah, I need to keep this, and again, it's been checked already several times in the airport. And as soon as it's checked, they give you a paper for another round of sample. So it's like, yeah, the nose and the thing. So yeah, and then it's a long line to get to the sample, and the second time of the thing in the nose, and I burst into tears immediately because it's just too rough, and I was too tired for everything. Like the first thing happened after you landed. Yeah. And yeah, finally went to check in the passports, and they ask you all sort of too much detailed questions, even things like where have you been in the past 2 weeks, where have you been in the past years. And yet again, this dilemma or crisis I have, because the receptionist, the person at the gate, she was supposed to said like, oh, you live in the Netherlands as a long time, a long-term resident. And she meant that, but she said, oh, you live in the Netherlands originally. But I was like, I live in China originally. So, but that's weird because they have to reassure that, because I don't have a regular address in inland China anymore. And I don't have a phone number either, so I filled in every part of that with my friend's phone number. I hope she's not getting too much buzz about it. Yeah. And yeah, everything links to your phone number, so I need to get one quick. But again, the convenience of China, that you can just order it and it got delivered to you immediately. So I'm not in a rush. I mean, we still need to pay for this hotel and the food and everything. It's not cheap, but I think we need to pay for it before the quarantine ended, so it's okay. I'm in here with Wi-Fi, so can survive a little bit longer without a phone number. And yeah, where was I? Yeah, I was checking the passport finally, and then finally get to the point to collect the baggage. And I have two. I plan to have one check in and one with me, but the people at KIM said they are both too big, that I have to drop them to check in. So yeah, I paid that extra fee. That was also quite a drama because they said 250 euro, and I already transferred my money back to my Chinese bank account. So I said, I don't have 250 on my card. I don't have it in euro anymore. So can I split? Can I have half from PIN and half from Visa? Because I have a Visa, but I'm not sure how much I can drop from that. So they're like, yeah, we'll try. Let's see. So they show me to another counter, and at that counter, somebody did something and then told me like it's 125, so they gave me half price. I don't know why, but they did. And yeah, if you told me 125, I would say like, that's a lot. But if you told me it was 250 and then give me half price, it was say, okay. I guess that's, yeah, what I have to accept, because yeah, they said I cannot take it in plane with me. It's the same size. I didn't. I thought I thought it's acceptable. But yeah, I clapped them and one of the wheel fell off and it was quite a trouble. So now I have a suitcase that's fine, another suitcase with only 3 wheels. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll buy a new one and gotta deliver here if they are loud. And yes, after finally pick them up, and after you pick up and check it again, you walk into the hall that's just a normal hall that you can get bus or taxi or go to the subway, that hall, and they section it in different parts, that if you're gonna quarantine here and you stay in Shanghai, or you can quarantine like 3 days in the hotel like this and then back to your home if you live in Shanghai or if you live in this province nearby. So yeah, of course I chose this part that I have to stay in quarantine in hotel for 14 days because I have elsewhere to go much later. So yeah, and then another long run of waiting and scan on the app and the application reports, another QR code. Yeah. And finally we are sure, yeah, there were like 20 of us every session, like 20 people. And finally 20 of us were moving. I don't know where to go. They didn't tell me like, okay, we're going to this hotel. Like, where's this hotel? They didn't say anything. They collect your passport. It's by them, by their hands, and I don't know what they record. Um, yeah, they held our passport, 20 of us, and showed us the way to the bus. So again, like, how do you call it, like an school excursion. So yeah, they're just naming everybody like by name of the passport, like everybody's here, okay, it's good. And it's about again another half an hour around the outskirts of Shanghai. Whenever in town there is it's very outskirts. From outside I can only see like how do you call it? It's not apartment, like normal individual houses. So it's quite outside of the downtown area and this hotel. Um, yeah, we didn't have a choice. We're just here. And inside of this, again, another round of checking everything, take temperature from you, and more scan the app, more QR code, more application to fill, and finally got this paper with a random room number on it. I'm not gonna show the last part, but 7th floor. And yes, and they made me be sure that if I want to stay in Shanghai or live, and if I want to stay, I need to have a specific address, not just like, oh, I'm staying by a friend's house. That's not enough. But I only have an address from another place. So I just have to tell them, okay, I'll leave Shanghai to that place nearby in the area after that. And yeah, finally filled in the checking in form from the hotel. Finally here. And when I arrive in this home, it's already like 4 hours past since landed. So yeah, I it's been too long. I already forgot a lot of things, like what happened, like how many QR code I received or how many forms I filled in. And it's quite an exercise, like first day back and then already writing and typing a lot of Chinese words again. And it's all very interesting. I already feel like a cell because here it has a full paper of rules. I hope I'm not showing too much information in this video. I don't know if I'm allowed, but yeah, it's not that much quality, so maybe you couldn't see it. So yeah, here everything is sanitized. Every day at 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. we need to take temperatures again from here, and you're not allowed to leave your room. You're not allowed to go to the room next to you. And yes, everything in the toilet need to go with this sanitizer. Yes, there are some alcohol pads to clean, and there are some sanitizers. Then after you pee and poo, you need to put this in the toilet together and flush them together. That's, yeah, quite an experience. Free bottled water already received. No food allowed. Yeah, they will deliver the food to us. So we have a buy-set table outside the door, and 3 times every day they would deliver the meals to us by the door. And yeah, they will ring, and we need to put on mask and take them after the delivery guy is gone. Yeah, you can buy something necessary, but you cannot buy food. Yeah, no. You can buy some snacks and fruit, but not like proper food. And you cannot buy cookers, and you cannot cook inside, so you can only accept the food that they got for you. There's no choice. So yeah, 14 days. 14 days, and we need to do the tests for 6 times within these 40 days. And God, I hate it. And then more 7 days in your own neighborhood. I guess it means you can go home. But okay, now our health code, it's red, and if nothing happened after 14 days, it will turn yellow. Yeah, and you will be yellow during the 7 days you quarantine in your community that's at home. And between these 7 days, you need to do 2 more tests. And if these 2 more tests, including that 6 tests you did before, they are all negative, so you finally have a green code of health. That means you are free to go. Yeah, oh my God. So at least 3-4 weeks, yeah, need to deal with these things. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's long. That should be all I can say. Oh, I don't know because it feels weird that I I live I live abroad for too long, so I have nothing here. I don't have a phone number. I don't have contacts. I don't have regular address. I don't remember. I don't remember my old home's address anymore. I also don't remember my parents' number because yeah, everybody chat on WeChat, so I don't know their phone number if they are changed. So yeah, everything feels I feel like totally foreign after many years living outside that I don't have contact. Yeah, but on the other hand, it feels good to understand everything everywhere you walk. And not just understand like I can read everything, is understand also in context, like how people why people act like that, how people want to proceed with things, how people work, how they talk. I can understand. But then sometimes I feel I do it differently. Yeah. For example, I've been saying thank you for too many times. I've been noticed that nobody said it here anymore. So everybody, it's not that they're rude. Like, yeah, people are being just genuine and quiet. But I was like saying thank you to everything. It's been quite a habit. And it's actually a small detail that people said you can indifferent from Asian and maybe not Asian, just Chinese people and Western people. So yeah, yeah, I still remember like at first I landed in Amsterdam. I didn't have the habit, and someone in the class, yeah, being quite straightforward and said, "I think you should start saying thank you." So yeah, I started it, and now should I learn to stop it? I don't know. It feels good. I want people to feel that their works are appreciated. I mean, it's really hard work. They need to dress in the plastic suits all over the place, like wrapping around like they are a piece of suitcase, and I feel like that. You know that the big suitcase, then people wrapping around with the plastic all over the place, and yeah, people dress like that, and you can only see this bit of their eyes under the glass, and they have to wrap themselves and again guide us. We're a bunch of lost foreign residents. Yeah, where's my lunch? It should be lunchtime. It should be delivered. Okay, I'll try to get some rest. I hope I can find a way to make WhatsApp work again. But yeah, it's been fun talking in front of camera, pretending that all of you were listening. And this is quite yeah, city little hotel. I don't know where I am, but yeah, I'll finally have some rest, get a new phone number, and yeah, see you again.